Good day, awesome folks. Scizorsome here, and I'm bringing you another post-commentated Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. I am going to stop with the post-coms soon and try and get a live battle out to you guys. But I'm not sure when that's going to be. It's going to be sometime early next week. I think this week's going to be post-coms, and then next week I'm going to start back up with those Days to Live battles. Not all the time. I'll break them up because some of you guys prefer post-coms, some of you guys like a mix, some of you guys prefer live. So I'm going to try and cater to all of you. That brings me to a very important point, actually. A lot of YouTubers, and I kind of agree with it, actually, in a lot of ways, they don't use layouts for their post-com battles. And I can see why. There are a lot of good reasons. I mean, they're usually a lot shorter videos, so it's easier to keep track of things. There's no face cam generally in postcom as well, because face cam is mainly for reactions and stuff like that. So that the layout seems less necessary because you don't have to accommodate face cam either. So let me know what you guys want. Do you want layouts for postcoms or just for live battles? Do you want face cam for postcoms? I don't really see the point. Or just for live battles? Let me know. Anyway, this battle, as you can probably tell, is against PKM and Gravager. Something new and fresh for you guys, because we've never had a battle where we've battled on either of our channels before. No, this is from my stream from Sunday night, my sort of reintroduction to the internet / Twitter / Twitch / not Twitter / Twitch / YouTube sort of stream. And this was our battle from that. You can probably guess the outcome. But we had a sort of a mixed tier battle, I guess. Some UU, some OU. I think I've got some RU in there as well. As you can see, I'm bringing Alakazam with a Focus Sash, standard lead Alakazam. I am bringing the Mega Scizor with Defog to get rid of Rocks, because it switches in on Rocks quite well. It switches in on Toxic Spikes brilliantly. Spikes, whatever. And then it can defog them away, depending on the situation. It can set up with their Sword Stance and start bullet punching. This one doesn't have Roost. It sacrifices Roost for Sword Stance. We've got Gallade, the Choice Scarf Gallade. It's adamant. It has, it gets to drop on a lot of opponents who aren't expecting Scarf, and it can power through with some powerful adamant moves. Standard Amoonguss set, especially defensive. No, this one's physically defensive. Physically defensive, Spore, Sludge Bomb, all that jazz. Standard Porygon, Eviolite, Recover, Thunder Wave, all that jazz. I need to stop saying all that jazz. Either that or start playing some goddamn jazz during these videos. And Heatran, unfortunately it's not a Scarf Heatran, I do love that thing. This thing is just a rock setting Heatran with lava the thing, like Fire Spin. It's like Fire Spin, but it's powerful, it traps you afterwards with the Vortex and things. And Grav is bringing basically his Ghost team. He has got Mega Aerodactyl, he's got Weavile, Miltank, he has Mew. Sacred Fire, Sacred Nick himself, the Entei, and something that is always scary source unless you are running a ridiculously powerful Sand offense team, a Magnezone. So let's get this battle started. You'll see how it goes. It's a nice and tasty 40-turn battle. I decided to lead off with Alakazam because it's a good lead. Focus Sash, it can take a lot of Pokemon out in 1 or 2 hits. I really didn't think this would be first, but it's a fairly advantageous situation for us. You'd think, if we could hit the focus miss! Thank you so much, Alakazam, for that pivotal miss, because this thing turns out to be a real pain in our crotches later on, guys. Getting a good old chunk of damage off on it would have been beautiful, but no, was not to be. So we decided to stay in. There's not much point in switching out, because this thing, guys, not a lot of our Pokemon wanted to take a Sacred Fire anyway, and this thing is going to be taken out fairly quickly and easily. I didn't anticipate him going for the extreme speed. I thought he probably would have just gone for a Sacred Fire, expecting a switch, so I thought I'd stay in, try and get some damage up on this thing, then go down. So I figure our best bet now is Guyver, because Guyver can outspeed and get a Rock Slide off. I was hoping to be able to take this thing down in one hit, but I completely underestimated the bulk like an absolute noob. But we do get the flinch. Which of course leads to Grav withdrawing. Now, I should have predicted that, and I didn't. I played quite badly during this match, if I'm honest. Because, I don't know if you've ever battled Grav. If you haven't watched his videos, I really recommend going over to his channel and checking those out, because he makes some great predictions and great plays on a regular basis, and he triple predicts sometimes. He predicts you to predict something and predict something else, and then he does something else to accommodate those things. So he's quite hard to predict, I think. Because sometimes he makes standard plays, but you never know. Yeah, so as you saw there, guys, things did not go particularly advantageously for us. We're back out now with Amoonguss, which you'd think would put us in quite a decent situation. Unfortunately, it does not. Because he just switches in Poo Poo, the absolutely brutal roosting Mew. This thing is so hard to take down. I mean, I think really, next time I battle Grav, I'm just going to have to bring a Bisharp. I think that's the only thing that can successfully take this thing out easily. You know? In my opinion, anyway. Feel free to tell me that I'm wrong. So we go for a knockoff here, thinking, yeah, that's all good, that's all good. Hopefully we can catch this thing off guard, get a nice and powerful knockoff on the go, maybe force him to switch, but no, of course he's just going to roost. He's just going to roost stall for days because he knows that knockoff isn't going to be doing much damage now because his item is gone, and he's going to be able to just roost all the damage off. So I figured Scizor was the best bet to come in here because he does have some super effective power in the form of his bug-type moves. So that does scare Poo Poo out. Unfortunately, Rollout version 2, thanks for stealing my name, Gravager. I'm joking, guys. I take it as flattery, and so does Rollout. She loves it. So we start trying to do things and stuff. Rollout switches out fairly quickly, and of course, I forget here about the power, the annoyance, the brutality that is Magnet Pull. So we are trapped now with a Magnezone, with a Scizor in on a Magnezone, and as you know, guys, quite a lot of Magnezone like to carry HP Fire. Have a guess how the next two turns are going to go down. This Scizor is specially defensive. It's max HP, max special defense. Excuse me while I drink. Because Mega Scizor has amazing natural attack anyway, and Swords Dance, so there's no need to invest really. Because this is more of a defogging set to sort of come in and be able to defog things away, maybe get a bit of damage off priority if we can. The reason I Swords Dance there, guys, is because I thought if I Swords Dance, maybe I'd get the opportunity to get off another 2 bullet punches after the Swords Dance, get some form of damage off. Cessnon was not to be. Unfortunately, this thing is just going to rack our souls for a while. There's not really much we can do to it. I switched in Toad, knowing that we could take at least 3 Hidden Tower Fires. At least 3. And that we could get the Spore off. I did kind of anticipate him switching out instead of staying in, to be honest. But no, he's just going to get spoiled. He's going to get spoiled for days. Not the Pokemon that I would have liked to have put to sleep the most, but I just wanted to slow his momentum down. You know, and plus not having access to his Volt Switcher? Yeah, Volt Switcher for now. You know, I thought would help us swing the momentum back in our favour somewhat. Boy, was I wrong! So we send Guyver in now, which is the obvious play because close combat. Now, as you're going to see, guys, this thing takes an adamant max invested close combat from a Gallade. Holy shit snacks. I did not see that coming. I've had a lot of trouble with Miltank lately, actually. I really have. You know, just taking the hits. Milk drink. Taking the hits. Milk drink. Taking the hits. Milk drink! Just constantly, and it just won't go down. But this thing, luckily, finally does go down. But we are choice locked into close combat at -2 defenses, which is never a good situation to be in, especially when now Grav can just switch in whenever he likes to this thing. This is the problem, is that now he has the field. You know, this is the problem with close combat Scarf, because you're just locked into the move, and if you don't outspeed, and you know, the move isn't going to be super effective hitting against something that's fairly frail, then you're boned. You need to switch out. You lose momentum like we did here. Luckily, we're going to be able to take the obvious Aerial Ace fairly well. Not so luckily, this thing is almost definitely going to be carrying Earthquake, right? So we can't exactly leave Talonwho in to get an attack off. So he's literally just here to sponge up Aerial Ace. Now, Ghost has been an absolute threat. Grav told me, and I'm very certain that if my recollection of his videos is accurate, then he's completely right, that Ghost has only gone down I think it's maybe 1 or 2 times, and maybe picked up about 20 KOs. This thing is insane. Mega Aerodactyl on this team, and on sort of any team he's thrown it on, has done a lot of work. It's incredibly hard to counter, just because he can switch out on its weaknesses so easily with his team. He has supported it really well. His Ghost team is formidable, and on the day when I defeat you, Gravager, because it is going to happen, man, we are going to clash, and I am going to come out victorious one day. I am going to beat the Ghost team. That is my aim, my ambition. I want to be the very best, but not as much as I want to beat that goddamn Ghost team. Yeah, so as you can see, we're sort of just trading off moves right now. This thing can't do too much to us. We can't do too much to it. Stall. Because, yeah, even after the knockoff comes our way. Well, actually, no, be protected to try and scout what move that our opponent's going to go for next. I had a feeling it'd be knockoff, and it was. Which doesn't help us too much at all. See, the smart move here would have been to switch into Guyver and try and get the Justified boost. I didn't want to lose the Scarf, but if I had have lost the Scarf, got the Justified boost, I may have possibly been able to do some decent work on the team. I probably still wouldn't have won. I very much doubt I would have won, but we could have done some decent work on the team. We could have switched up our moves against Poo-Poo so that we could have done some decent damage to it. We could have tried to catch Ghost on the switch in with a nice neutral powerful attack. Like close combat, or even rock slide, but there'd been no point in going for rock slide, to be honest. Yeah, so I don't know. If we'd have lost the Scarf, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, and it would have been at +1, so that would have been nice. So Talonwho's in now. There is no point. I mean, he has the game at this point. You can tell. There is no way we can win this battle. Talonwho is a beast, and he has some immensely powerful moves, but not enough. Magma Storm, that's the name. Unfortunately, Talonwho, I believe in you, buddy. I have faith in you. You are powerful. But my friend, this Poo-Poo is just a Storm Master. Even that crit is not going to allow us to get the KO. This thing is trapped now, but it can just keep roosting for days. And unless we get another Super Uber Mega crit, there is no chance for KO. Excuse me while I have some water. Okay, so Guyver comes in, hoping that we can polish off this thing with a knockoff. It's not going to happen, though. Come on, Ciz. You know better than this. It's not going to happen, buddy. But we live in hope, right? We live in hope. So we get the knockoff, and then this guy's just going to knock us off right back so that he can try and take away our speed priority. We get the Justified boost. If we had Sucker Punch on this thing, that'd be so amazing. Wouldn't it right now, don't you think? Use Scarf until you switch into a knockoff. Get the Justified boost, Sucker Punch for days. It'd be nice. I think it'd be a really nice set, to be honest. But no, it's not to be. Ghost coming through right now. And as he put it in his side of the video, Ghost is just going to run train on the team and clean up the leftovers, basically, clean up the stragglers. And that is basically what's going to happen now. It's good game to Gravager. If you want to see his side of the battle, then go check out his channel. His link will be in the description below. I would really recommend you checking him out because, he's a great battler, a great content creator, and he does more than Pokemon as well. He started doing a Pokemon, a Final Fantasy X Let's Play recently, and that's really good. That is really, really good. I think he's only got 2 episodes up as it stands. He does stream Final Fantasy and Pokemon a fair amount as well. I think he's going to start bringing some other stuff to the channel soon too. I mean, he wanted to do G-g-g-g-g-GHOOOST and stuff like that, so that'll come eventually. He and I are going to start something called Sega Sundays soon, where we play random old Sega Mega Drive games through NetPlay online. That could be a good time. Streets of Rage. Woo, ba, 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 ba. I don't know if we can do like a Sonic playthrough with one of us is Sonic, one of us is Tails. Me is Sonic and him is Tails. But yeah, if we can, we're probably going to do that. We're obviously going to be doing some Aura stuff together when it comes out. All sorts of craziness. All sorts of craziness coming your way. So just stick with us and go and visit Gravager as well on his channel. He's a great guy, great content. Yep, we can't even take out a Weavile with our Stab Tri-Attack. That is how offensively weak Pixelmon is. I am really highly debating working on a Porygon 2 set with more offense. I mean, maybe give it an Eviolite. Max HP, max special attack. The thing doesn't care about speed anyway. It's got decent natural bulk. With Eviolite, it'll still take hits, but being max invested in special attack, maybe even modest, that could be nice. Giving it some heft. We probably would have taken out Weavile right there if it did. And not that it matters too much because Ghost and Weavile clean up the entire team from here. This thing, I mean, I know that we can take this thing out, but I know it's going to be carrying low kick. So if we were at full health, we may have taken a low kick and been able to KO in return with Flash Cannon or Magma Storm, but it's not to be. It is not to be. We lost against Grav. Good game, Gravager. That was a great team. As usual, the Ghost team comes through. Yeah. So, as you probably are used to by now, every time you see versus at PKM and Gravager, you know it's going to be a loss. But it's usually going to be an entertaining loss. Me and Grav, we always have good battles. I think I've gotten better at sort of countering him. But not counter-teaming him, but countering his strategy and his style. But yeah, I mean, we're both ever-changing, ever-growing. So I'm hoping, no, I know one day I'm going to be picking up that victory. So keep your eyes peeled, Every time you see a Ciz versus Grav video, don't always assume it's going to be a loss. I mean, I tend to. But, I know one day I'm going to beat him. And if you guys know that too, then go give him an FU from me. I'm joking, guys, joking. But yeah, if you enjoyed that video, let me know why. If you didn't, let me know why. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If there's anything you'd like to see from me, from battles, from the teams, you know, from maybe like gimmicky special teams or themed battles, you know, in the future, just let me know. But thanks for stopping by in the meantime, guys. I love you all. I really appreciate it. Have a Scizorsome day. Bye-bye.